Welcome to HIPAA Bootcamp. Please press start to begin. Welcome, privates, to HIPAA Bootcamp. The purpose of this module is to teach and inform you about the privacy rights of our individuals and to hopefully shed some light on many of the things we do to help protect our program participants. This is a mandatory training for all employees of OPWDD certified programs, so if you are ready, sit back and get ready for some fun at HIPAA Bootcamp. Please pay attention to the scenario beginning on your screen.
Excuse me, sir. My name is Mrs. Jones. Perhaps you can help me?
Hi, I'm Mr. Smith. How may I be of assistance?
Well, my son receives services here and he's always talking about a person who gives him trouble. Is it possible that I can get the address and phone number of Jack Jackson?
Unfortunately, Mrs. Jones, I can't give you that information. That would be a HIPAA violation. If you have permission from his legal guardian, then I could.
Well, can I have the name of his legal guardian so I can ask?
Again, I can't give that information, but I can give you his service coordinator's name, and perhaps she can help you with that.
Thank you, sir. You have been a big help.
Interesting, isn't it? Well, this is a typical scenario you may encounter at work. How do you think the staff in the scenario handled it? Think about it and then pick the selection to the left that best fits how you feel he did. After you have made your selection, please look at the other two possibilities as well for greater understanding. When finished, click the next button to move on to the main menu to start your HIPAA PT training.
Welcome, privates, to the main menu. Please select the area of training you wish to take. You can also review basic terminology if needed by pressing the Key Terms button.
Press play on the video button to begin your PT training. When finished, click the next button to move on.
Hi cadets, I'm your PT instructor. Today, I was just getting around of HIPAA PT. In today's exercise, we'll learn all about the Health Insurance and Accountability Act of 1996, otherwise known as HIPAA, and how it relates to our program participants here at QCP.
As a provider of service to individuals with developmental disabilities, we collect data on the people we serve every day. Under the HIPAA security rule, we are required to keep this information secure and confidential. Whether stored on paper or electronically, it is important to remember that we are entrusted in keeping this documentation safe. In this section, you will learn more about what the law is, who is covered under the law, safeguards we must all follow regarding the information we have, what to do in the event of issues, and fines and penalties that may be associated with violations of the HIPAA security rule.
Keeping health information secure is an ongoing process. It requires diligence and making it an everyday part of your routine. It's hard work, but it's extremely important, and the only way to keep our individuals safe and make sure that no one suffers fines and penalties due to breaches in information. I'm going to go finish my warm-up, and I'm going to meet you back in my office in a little bit. Welcome back, cadets. I'm glad you can make it. So right about now, you're probably asking yourself, what's so important about HIPAA? Well, HIPAA is a federal law designed to help all of us, but it's extremely important in the protection of the individuals we serve. So why don't we jump right in with a couple of scenarios? Please pay close attention and make some mental notes as you're watching. Hello, you've reached Mr. Hip. How may I help you? So you want the diagnosis and medication of John Doe? Of course I can help you with that. Let me look that up for you. Okay, so it looks like he has a diagnosis of cerebral palsy and autism, and he has an IQ of 65. He's on lithium, Prozac, and Prilosec. And also, just in case you need it, he has GERD and his date of birth is 1/5/1964. Is there anything else I can help you with? No? That's it? Well, I hope you have a wonderful day. Take care. Yes, this is Justin. Yes, I'll be right down. See you there. Bye. So, what did you notice about each one of these scenarios? Well, each one represents a potential area where the confidential health information of the people we serve was compromised.
Under the federal HIPAA law, this information is called Protected Health Information, otherwise known as PHI. Disclosure of this information without written consent by the individual or legal guardian to others who are not involved in the treatment, billing, or oversight of program operations is strictly forbidden and could result in fines and penalties. PHI consists of name, address, phone number, social security number, medical history, medications, any unique identifier such as behaviors, diagnosis, or the fact that the individual receives services here at QCP.
HIPAA's main purposes are to make sure that PHI is properly handled safely and securely, the standardization of healthcare data, portability of insurance, and the prevention of discrimination and fraud.
The law sets guidelines and tells us how we must process and protect our program participants' information. We must work on keeping as much information about the people under our care as private as possible. We must protect individuals' information from unauthorized disclosure of any PHI that pertains to their treatment and care. According to the HIPAA law, QCP is a covered entity and therefore subject to all the regulations stipulated under the law. Although we are not a medical provider or a healthcare clearinghouse, we still fall under auspices of the law and are required to comply with all rules, including mandatory training for all staff and volunteers of the agency.
So right now you may be asking yourself, so what? Who cares? What's the worst that could really happen to me if I fail to comply?
Failure to comply with HIPAA requirements can result in civil and criminal penalties, as well as progressive disciplinary actions through QCP, up to and including termination. These civil and criminal penalties can apply to both covered entities and individuals. So, as you can see, it is very serious. And I don't want a single person to have to find out what happens in the event of an unauthorized disclosure. It is incumbent upon all of us to make sure we are following all rules and regulations set forth by the agency. Just don't let it go. Keeping our individuals safe and protected is the job of everyone in this agency. So let's do it the best we can. Good stuff, huh? Now let's review. Please select and read each of the tabs to the left. They contain the important components from the HIPAA PT you should be able to remember when you have graduated. You can also review key terms for a refresher as well. When finished, select the menu button to return to the main menu for your next phase of HIPAA Bootcamp.